How are you,
I'm
Tobias?
good, Alfonso. How are you?
I am very happy to talk to you about this character. In last season, we had probably a historic scene that broke any ideas that we had about what can be done and not in television. And you know what I'm talking about. It's a very um, dark, violent, traumatic scene. How do you reflect on the experience as an actor that you had with the first season?
Um, it was incredibly rewarding. I mean, to be given that material and that opportunity to sort of go that deep and yeah, it doesn't happen, as you say, it doesn't happen that much on television. I had a full of admiration really for the writing and also for Stars and Sony that they had the confidence to A, let us make it, and B, put it out there. I also feel that, you know, that material, however unpleasant and difficult it is to watch, is an important antidote to the more romantic aspects of the story.
Yeah.
They, you know, they have to be there. Like
They
you know.
coexist, right?
Yeah, it's like sweet and sour, you know. So yeah, I look back with a lot of pride. I think I think we knew that it was going to be a challenging thing to enact, a challenging thing to get the tone of it right, so that it wasn't just gratuitous, that we earned it, that it came out of character and came out of the story. And yeah, I'm really proud of where we got to.
Because you do have two characters in Outlander, we have the chance to see the strength of a man in power, but also we get to see the incredibly and profound heart of a man in love. And in the first episode of this new season, there's a monologue that is absolutely beautiful, and you had only your face to work because it's a close-up and it's a long scene.
Yeah.
How intense was to create this scene?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it required, again, I think in a very different way to the end of season one, it required both Kat and I to sort of go there because it's, I think it is a story about love, different sort of love than we see with Jamie and Claire, a more imperfect, flawed love. But I think I found it very moving as a proposition, this man who has suffered so much at the hands of this woman, you know, even though it's sometimes accidentally, you know, events overtook her, but he has, you know, he's suffered a lot. But despite that, to choose to take her back, to choose to take on a child that is from another man, that's incredibly primal, that sort of, and to sort of rise above that and say, I love someone enough to suffer all this is, I think, also a very beautiful evocation of a different kind of love. And yes, it was. I mean, I probably couldn't have filmed it 10 years ago. I think if you know anyone who's lived a bit, you've experienced those things and you draw on those, you know, and you know you have to sort of press those bruises that are in you and to sort of illuminate this person's sort of plight in a way.
It is very powerful.
Oh, thank you.
The show has become so big, and there are fans all over the planet, and it has taken you to many far places. When you have two characters, how is the reaction of the fans? How do you see that? Are they like angry at Jack and you know, like trying to say, I understand you to Frank? How does that work?
There's a bit of that. I mean, thus far no one's been too unpleasant about Jack, and I mean I'm hidden away in London, and so it's slightly less of a phenomenon there. So at the moment, which is I'm very grateful for, I can still go to the shop and buy my pint of milk without too much hassle. So
I have to thank you very much for your time and for these two incredibly amazing characters. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you, Alfonso. Cheers.
Take care.
Take care.